Broadcasting live from the villainous hideout on the plane of Earth, I guess.
Earth 616.
This is TapTapConcede. Welcome, everybody, to TapTapConcede. My name is Graham. Joining me this week is Kathleen.
Hi.
And Wheeler.
Concrete jungles where dreams are made of.
Okay, so I know it's not the same song, but Azealia Banks has a song called 212, and it's very old. But every time I say Earth 616, I hear it in that song. Earth 616. Anyhow.
You can't sing any of the other words to that song.
I sung all the words I'm allowed to sing.
Yeah.
This show is brought to you for now by Card Kingdom. Check out cardkingdom.com/LRR. We are continue to be happy to work with Card Kingdom. We've been working with them for, over a decade now. A union shop. And they're a great place to buy your cards, great place to sell your cards, great place to do card-based commerce. Go to cardkingdom.com/LRR for all of your cardboard needs. Wrap those cards up in the best sleeves you can find at Dragon Shield. Use the code LRRMTG5 to get yourself 5% discount on the Dragon Shield store. Some of their sleeves also available on our store, store.loadingreadyrun.com, as well as a whole bunch of t-shirts and stuff. And, of course, this show and everything we do is brought to you by you and your kind support of our Patreon, patreon.com/loadingreadyrun, or by becoming a member here on YouTube. Hey, let's talk about Marvel superheroes. It's time for our initial impressions. Technically speaking, at time of this episode airing, we only just had release weekend.
Yes.
Which feels bizarre because, of course, we had our PPR. And it was pre-release last weekend. There's been the early access. It's out on Arena. So we've been interacting with these cards for some time now. And now we're going to talk about how we feel about the set. We have a pack to open as well. I don't know if we want to do that now.
Let's start with that.
Start with that? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I have some broad thoughts about the set, but maybe we'll get into them through the course of this pack.
Yeah.
So let's see. I've been trying to get my reps in on Arena before. By the way, I don't like these booster wrappers. They have a little rippy pull thing, and they're very difficult to open without it, but it also bails out halfway down the pack. There's my first piece of feedback. Anyway. First up, we've got Decoy Ploy. 1 and a black for an instant. Choose one or both. Return a villain from your graveyard to your hand. Return a hero from your graveyard to your hand.
Good card.
I'm a fan of instant speed, this kind of effect. I'm a fan of this kind of effect when you get 2 creatures. If you only get 1 creature, it's not great. But if you can get a hero and a villain, it's pretty all right. I'm talking from a perspective of limited magic here.
Yes. This is, we're cracking a pack for limited, obviously not for commander. But Wheeler, you're on the keg. You could weigh in on if there's any good commander cards in the set too.
I mean, my answer is for commander is always yeah.
Yeah.
But don't worry because every constructed format has, well, not modern and standard, but legacy, vintage, and pauper have all been kind of thrown. From this set.
Really?
There's a lot of powerful cards.
Yeah.
There's a lot of powerful
Well, there's a lot of powerful cars. Fantastic car, primarily.
Interesting.
But I mean, I'm into the limited. I'd like to. We could just talk limited the entire.
Yeah,
episode.
that sounds great.
Yeah.
This good in this limited set. Again, if you're getting 2, this card obviously is not great outside this limited set because heroes and villains don't really exist beyond the Marvel stuff as subtypes in Magic: The Gathering.
It's funny enough, it's the black-white deck has a bunch of villains, but also heroes. And you kind of just draft it like a normal limited deck of these are cards with text on them.
Yeah.
Love that style of deck, though.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And the green-black deck is kind of like that, too, where you're this thing's a villain? Why is it a villain? He's smiling. That's the vibe. So, those 2 archetypes, you can just return 2 cards pretty frequently.
Yeah. I definitely had there's a rare saga called, Avengers Under Siege or Under Threat or whatever. It's 2 red-black. And chapter 1 you make 2 villains. Oh, no. Then chapter 2 you deal 2 damage to every non-villain creature. And I definitely had an instance where I thought it was going to do more, and then this was on Arena. The effect happened, and I was like, "Why does my opponent still have so many creatures?" And it turns out, yeah, Avengers Under Siege. The third chapter is you make a treasure for every villain you control. It turns out more of their creatures were villains than I thought that they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This card is either like unbeatable or it does nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes two
villains,
ones.
which, it's nice when you have like if you have one of those plans that cares like political campaign.
Political triumph.
Yeah, the one,
the Fisk.
Yeah, the Fisk card.
I cannot read that as anything other than a different word that begins with an F.
Yeah.
And ends with a K because he's body blocking.
I know.
And he's body blocking in a way that kind of makes it look like there's a U.
Yeah, it looks like it says
like the eye.
Like it says Fusk.
Yeah. This card. All
yeah.
right. I'm gonna go off the rails immediately before we even get to our second card. There's a whole bunch of plans. This one's easily the best for limited because it's
so
the
good.
easiest to do. Like, obviously, Doom Reign Supreme is great and powerful if you can get it, but like this is only 1 mana. It comes down on turn 1. All it asks you to do is play creatures, which you're doing anyway. You get to scry every time and filter your draws, and then after you get the 4th plan counter on it, you sacrifice it, you draw a card, you put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. There are so many effects in this set that put +1/+1 counters on all of your creatures.
Yeah.
That's weird. Like this one, Agent Coulson, Photon, the backside of Monica Rambeau. There's at least one other.
There's
and I think
Origin,
there's a 5th.
Origin of Heroes, the white. You know what? Origin of the Avengers, the white rare saga.
Yep, that one puts a counter on each creature you control. It's wild. There's. I think that's too many effects that put a 1/1 counter on each of your creatures.
Yeah, this is a very creature forward set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of creature forward notes.
It reminds me of Final Fantasy a bit. Lots of big creatures and lots of big removal, you know?
Yeah, they kind of need to shove every single named character into a release.
Yeah.
And if they don't, people
Get mad.
Get mad. And it's more so the people involved in making the product rather than...
Well, I'm going to say that the person who like put in a subtle thing like, "Where's Moon Knight?" like in the PPR,
Right. I mean,
because not everybody's favorites are represented.
that one's surprising. But again, who knows? They've stated that this isn't the last time we've seen Marvel characters with Magic the Gathering. So,
Yeah.
but like, yeah, it's if the Whistler doesn't get a card or whatever the hell it's called, there's going to be very few people taken to social media being like, "Where's the Whistler?" Except for me. I don't know who he is. I just like his name.
For what it's worth, the wizard does have a card.
Yes, yeah, that's what I mean. Saying
Yeah.
it's like if the Wizard didn't have a card, people aren't taken to social media, but somebody internally would be like, "We missed the Wizard? Are you kidding me? We needed the Wizard on a card."
I also think that like the delight factor for the 6 people are like the Wizard's on a card,
Yeah,
right, is very high in their like planning list, right?
Right. There's like a Frogman card or something, not in the main set, but it's just like a 3/3 for 3 with like reach or whatever. And I don't know who that is, but I see it and go, "This is stupid." And
So-
like kind-heartedly.
Yeah.
But the people that love the Frogman are like, "Yeah, Frogman!"
My little guy,
And it goes in your Bloomborough deck.
my boy. It's like the WWE. It's like the
Oh, the boys' stable.
Yeah,
from
it's
OSW review.
yeah. If your
Who's
boy
in your
does-
stable?
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
Yeah.
frog guy, the wizard. Well, wizards
what
never
bar do they look
wizards never
like?
won a championship, so yeah. Oh, it's perfect. I swear we'll get to the second card, but like this,
We have a lot to discuss, as it turns
Well,
out.
so here's the thing. From a flavor angle, this is what's weird about the set to me, is because it's not just, the Avengers, it's not the MCU, it's the comics, it's very broad ranging. There are cards in here that are things I've never heard of. And because it is just people, it's not like the Avatar set where it feels like it's sort of a magical world. Like there's the superheroes, which is a different kind of magic, I guess. But, whatever. It's because it's so broad ranging and so deep, and I don't know a lot. I for probably the first time ever, find myself just kind of my eyes glaze over at the flavor of the cards. And I'm just like, oh, okay, sure, it's that one, whatever. And I'm not paying attention to the point that when I do draw a Captain America or my opponent plays Captain America, I'm like, oh, hey, Captain America's in this. I'm like, oh, right. This is the superheroes. Right. This is Marvel. Right. Because I'm just looking at card after card that I don't know about, that I have no connection to, and I just ignore. And I'm just like, I don't know who these people are. I don't care.
Is this what playing Magic is like if you're not of Orthos?
This is what Final Fantasy was like. I mean, I don't know anything
I didn't
about
know.
Marvel other than the main people.
Yeah.
The same thing with the Final Fantasy product.
Yeah.
It's like, I know Cloud and Tifa and Akuma. That's it. That's not a Final Fantasy character.
I was
trying
gonna
to think of somebody from Tekken, and then my mind went
You
to
went to
Akuma.
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter. Well, Akuma was in Tekken. We don't have time for
right.
this. The point being is that I know like 5, but then I'm like, hey, this guy's got a name. Great.
Yeah.
He looks like if I was streaming it, I'd be like, so this is a named guy, right? What is he, like Cloud Jr.? Haha. And then all of a sudden 1,000 furious like chatters type out like, actually, this has no relation to Cloud, but it has relation to the doctor that implanted a chip into Cloud's dog.
Yeah, it's
or whatever, right? Like,
well, okay. It's important to know that Emperor Hulkling is not related to the Hulk at all. He has named himself after the Hulk, one of the original Avengers.
Yeah,
because I do know a little bit
there's
about this
two.
stuff.
All I've learned is that there are 2 types of cards. There are things that are a Kang and things that aren't a Kang.
I have learned a
I
lot.
actually don't know anything about Kang. That's the problem. Like, even somebody who's like, I've read some Marvel comics,
Right.
but I've read the ones that my friends told me to read, which does not cover
Not
most of
Kang.
this release.
Yeah.
There's just too many.
I've learned a
Right?
lot from the viewers while streaming. I'm like, okay, this, I guess, especially when it's one of the not legendary creatures that is still a very clear, specific character.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, I'll just play whatever scientist. And they're like, that's,
Smoozy Glog Glog.
yeah, Scoozy Glong Glong, from these comics. I'm like, I don't know.
From the original Run of Man thing in the 1970s, right?
We did have, and I know I
Is
mentioned
Man
this.
Thing in this set?
I know I mentioned this. No, Man Thing's not in the set. I know I mentioned this in some other. I think it was on a different stream, and not to like specifically victimize username brownie points for this, but
No, go off.
But I was playing, and my opponent had Speedball, which is an effed up
yes,
card, and we'll
Speedball
talk
is
about
so
Speedball in a
good.
sec too. But they were in chat, and they were like, blah 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 blah, but they said something about like, no, you can't do that with Robbie or whatever, and I was like, what are you talking about? And they were like, oh, no, that's Speedball's secret identity. I'm like, no, you can't. Nowhere on the card does it indicate that this person's name is Robbie. You can't do that. I don't know who you're talking
But
about.
how else am I going to communicate my superior knowledge of this and familiarity?
Also, this card...
This card's really good.
So
Yeah.
let me quickly describe Speedball. It's 2 and a hybrid is it for a 2/2 human hero. Doesn't fly despite the art. Whenever a player casts a spell that targets Speedball, he gets +2/+2 until end of turn. You, Speedball's controller, may choose new targets for that spell. Or as someone in chat described it the other day, they've printed a new kind of hexproof that allows your opponent to catastrophically misplay.
It's great.
My opponent just snapped off a Widow's Bite, and I was like, okay, kill your Yellow Jacket. And they were like, you could just see their cursor be like, Speedball? Widow's Bite? Speedball? My hand? Speedball? What? Just like what? And yeah, I played against this card, and it completely soloed me because I just couldn't
You couldn't deal with it.
kill it.
Yeah, you really need the... Thankfully, there's a lot of like ability-based removal.
Yeah.
Like web out or web up and the superhero prison, whatever the hell it's
Supervillain.
called.
Yeah, which by the way, as I had an opponent discover, only hits a tapped creature.
Yeah.
Supervillain lockup. Yeah. My
Also
opponent
can hit heroes.
Yeah.
I've had somebody mention that, be like, what? Why did you exile like Captain America or whatever with this? And it's
put
like,
Captain America in the raft.
Wait, Captain America's here? Yeah, I'm putting you in the raft.
That's Crossbones.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a 4-mana 4/4.
Yeah.
We're
learning.
Yeah, I'm
He's a-
learning.
He's a 4-mana 3/3, but he becomes a 4/4 very quickly.
Yes.
Yeah, he's got death touch and
card.
all that good stuff. All right, I'll
All
go.
right,
I'll move to the second card.
As we can see, there's varying levels of familiarity here.
One of my favorite names in the entire set: giant-sized flying ant.
It's a good
Oh,
card, too.
yeah.
I kind of like that card.
This is a good card. It's 3 and a blue for a 3/2 flash flying insect. When this creature enters, tap target non-land permanent or untap target non-land permanent. Hey, new Splinter Twin target.
Flying's
go.
pretty good. I like flying in this set, except until Storm shows up.
All
and
right, I
then-
do want to say that the flavor text in this set leans pretty heavily on the "this is who I am." So you can get some context if you're like, I would say a lot of Magic players are not deep in the Marvel sauce, but I will say I really like the flavor text on this card.
Ultron
Up
laughed
the
at the
ante.
swarm. So Pim up to the ante.
I think it's important to introduce new players to the concept that Magic flavor text occasionally includes just dog ass puns.
Yeah.
It's part of our heritage, damn it.
I mean, this one's pretty funny.
Yeah,
Like,
really
it's just, it's a reason. Like, it doesn't feel like they really stretched to get to
Yeah.
saying up the ante, because it's like, yeah, now the bug is giant.
Yeah.
That's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Next, we've got one of the best pieces of removal in the set. Wheeler already mentioned it. It's Web Up.
From Spider-Man.
Yeah, 2 and a white enchantment. When this enchantment enters, exile target non-land permanent. That part is critical. That an opponent controls until this leaves the battlefield. The reason I say that's critical is because there are a lot of very relevant artifacts and other opposing enchantments.
I was about to say enchantments.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of spooky enchantments.
Shout
in
out
the
to
set.
Gorilla being more than just a thing that makes me giggle.
Oh, yeah, that card's clutch.
I just think, like, if you are, unfortunately, they only have best of 1 for ranked ladders on Magic Arena. Terrible, but you know, you got to do what you got to do if you want to see number go up. And I think you should just always have something that blows up an enchantment or deals with enchantment, because like all the rare sagas are incredibly powerful.
Rare sagas are scary.
The common removal is
the rare
well, it's
plans
common.
are scary.
But honestly, that uncommon plan that we started off with, political triumphs,
Yeah.
that's bad. You do not want your opponent to do that turn 1. Like,
Yeah.
they're getting a lot of advantage off that.
Yeah, that's the case of like, well, if I can't beat the plan, I have to try to like minimize the creatures or you
Yeah.
know, leverage that they have used a card that will not cash in until later on.
Yeah. But yeah, there's just a lot of there's a lot of good targets.
There's so many good enchantments running around.
Yeah, especially like, I don't know if I'd be like, oh my god, I can't let them run away with this, but I might gorilla it when they're about to put their 4th counter on it, so their
Right.
team doesn't get the boost, right?
It's kind of shocking there
Then
isn't
I would
like
die, I think.
there's not like an instant speed naturalize
No.
with upside, like, or like with like no heritage reclamation or like a modal kind of like plummet naturalize kind of card.
I don't actually know what enchantment. I don't know, apart from Gorilla, who's a creature. I don't know that there is a spell that
I mean, this could
Destroys
get another
enchantments.
enchantment.
There's
This can
Murdoch's
get
Crusade, but it only kills enchantments that cost 4 more.
That
So
card
it
is not good.
yes, but it's necessary.
it's good against creatures.
Yeah.
And it's good against the sagas,
I'm
the
sure,
big sagas.
yes, I'm sure it's good when you're like, oh, thank God I had this. But like my experience with it is like, this is sitting in my hand.
When I have one of them, I'm like, great. I can kill a
You don't
bomb.
want more than one.
If I have 2 of them, I'm like, oh no, I'm going to die to Kree Commando.
Yeah. All right. This is a fine 1-up. This is 23.
Yeah, the funniest, there's been an ongoing bit from one of my chat members of because the card Crusade is banned from Magic the Gathering. And so for a bunch of reasons, and this is a very Catholic Magic the Gathering card, as Daredevil is, right?
Right.
And so
That's
they've
part
been-
of his identity.
I mean, this came up, and I was like, "Isn't it weird that like this is a very Catholic character with a very Catholic card, and it still has the word Crusade on it?" And then they started censoring the word Crusade, and progressively throughout the day, more letters got censored, and so until it hit like star apostrophe S's star.
Murdoch's crudité.
I do want to say, in a set that is full of very good but comic book inspired, not particularly hyper imaginative art, this is some of the coolest art in the set.
That's true. This is super memorable.
I love the art on Murdoch's Crusade. I think it's really cool. Our next card in this pack is Hydra Assault Robot. It's one and a red for a 1/3 robot villain artifact creature. Whenever another villain and or artifact you control enters, this creature deals 1 damage to target opponent. Love this kind of guy.
Yeah, this is a real linchpin in the villainy decks. This is a really good card. I would want multiples of these. I would have 2 and I'd be feeling fancy free.
It bridges the gap really well.
It's interesting.
That blocks nicely too because it's a 1/3.
I've done more sealed events than I care to admit, and there are hero synergies. There are cards that care about heroes, like Hero in Training. There are cards that care about heroes. The villain synergies are much more prevalent. Like there's a lot more cards that care about villains and when villains enter and having villains and counting villains.
Yeah, it's because villains are cool.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
For the audio
Just
only
making an
listeners, I was just looking smug there for no reason.
I do like villains are cool and better than heroes, or as I call them, zeros. Scathing. It is a cool card to cross over into like the red-blue artifact deck.
Yes. That was what I did to the PPR.
Especially because just like you're in a red-blue artifact deck and you open like a bomb in your colors and you're like, damn, I really want to play this even if it isn't artifact synergy. It doesn't work with the artifacts or whatever. A lot of them also just happen to be villains. And so you're like, oh, that's nice. Like I can play this card and not feel like a Dumbo if it doesn't trigger, like being able to play this and then play every card you play is an artifact until you play like a bullseye or that's not a rare, or the leader, the big head guy.
Leader's amazing.
Yeah,
That card's disgusting.
Next up in the pack here we got Giant Growth. Single green man and target creature gets +3/+3 until end of turn.
Favorite card in the set.
I was observing this on stream
Is
the other
it good
day.
in this format?
I was observing on stream that there's a lot. I have personally observed a lot of my opponents. I think underutilizing this card, and I think it's been a while since we've had it around, and I think we have maybe some new players coming on because it's Marvel, and if I'm just attacking you with a 2/2 and you're like, I block my 2/2, Giant Growth, I'm like, that was not a good use of your 1 mana +3/+3. Like you could have gotten a bunch more damage in, or traded for a much worse creature, or blanked a premium removal spell. Like I just see it being underutilized.
Yeah, this card should be killing your opponent or something bigger.
Yeah.
Or like
when I'm trading a bear for a Giant Growth, I'm happy. Right? When I'm like, oh, you got me with a Giant Growth, but now you don't have Giant Growth anymore. I'm thrilled about it.
Right. So new players or established players, you want to use this on, to turn a 2 power flyer into a lethal 5 power flyer, or to like get something really big out of the way.
Yeah, this plus Kree Commandos is 6 damage in the air.
Kree Commandos is really good.
I really like that card.
You've talked about that card
Let's take a look
times.
at Kree Commandos real quick. It's 2 and a white for a 2/1 flying, vigilance, prowess, clean.
Yeah, this is they print this card kind of not every set, but like, every other set or whatever. If the file, asks for it. A lot of the time you see it in blue, and this time we have it in white. And white has a lot of cheap combat tricks, some of the best like cheap commons in the game as well. That like even if the play pattern is like, web up, trigger, hit you for more. Or like Murdoch's Crusade, trigger this, hit you for more. Attack, use an instant speed teamwork card.
Hit you for so much more.
Hit you for a ton. Pairs really well with like green and red cards, like the pump spells, the removal spells. I just really like this card. Like this is a Magic card where it has the word villain on it because they know how insane this would be if it were a hero, right? Like they had to effectively say like, look, this is not the kind of typo synergy you're looking for in these colors. We have to switch that knob a little bit, or else,
the hero side is way too powerful.
Yeah, it just makes it kind of a nightmare. Like, and it's a common. It's not an insane bomb kind of card. It's just like if I'm in white and I'm drafting a bunch of cheap cards, I can pretty reliably get 1 to 2, maybe even up to 3 of these and then I'm just looking for cards like Giant Growth, like Go Nuts, like Lightning Strike or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've been noticing Lightning Strike going very late in draft, which I think is a mistake.
Yeah. That card, you can target anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can target your speedball.
Man.
You should target your
You should
speedball.
target your
Yeah, that's
speedball.
the funny thing is I've done that before. Be like, cool, Lightning Strike my own speedball, and Arena's like, are you sure? And I'm like, oh, I'm very sure.
Yeah, I had Speedball and Colleen, who says whenever you target a creature you control with a spell, you put a counter on her and scry. And so everything I have, it's like play the Hell Jet Carrier or whatever, target my own thing, and then target something else, and this gets bigger. Lightning Strike my own thing, and it gets bigger, and then, it's pretty nice. Pretty nice.
Also, I mentioned this when we saw it. I was calling back to winning games off the back of 4 damage from Heartfire in War of the Spark. Truck Toss can go upstairs.
Oh yeah,
You have to remember, Truck Toss can go to the dome.
Yep.
I've won several games of Sealed already by being like, all right, I'll make like a mediocre attack. Cool, you're at 4, great.
I've seen a couple other people like being like, as a reminder, this card is an instant and goes to the dome. I saw somebody else posting about that on Blue Sky. Actually,
I don't think I've targeted a creature with this.
No,
I think actually, you know what? I think I targeted my own Speedball.
Okay, well, that's also
It's 4 mana to the dome. It's yeah.
That's significant.
That's a lot of damage.
Instant Speed Lava Axe is pretty good.
It wasn't Lava Axe 5.
It was 5 for 5. This is 4 for 4.
I like 4 for 4.
Yeah. And Hulk loves tacos. Next card in our pack here is Hawkeye's Bow. Single red
this
mana.
card's good.
Yeah, it's all right. A single red mana for an equipment. Equip creature gets +1/+0.
Oh, it's not the card I'm thinking of. Sorry.
Whenever it becomes tapped, it deals a damage to each opponent, and it equips for 1. And I spent so long on one turn. I was like, okay, I have the raft, the raft guard,
The security guard.
raft
yeah.
security guard, also an amazing common. And I was like, okay, hang on. They have a 3/3 and a 2/2, and if they put it on the 3/3, then I got to tap that. But if they put it on the okay, no, it's better if I do it this way. I'll tap that one. Whenever Hawkeye's Bow becomes tapped, it turns out it was the same damage either way. It didn't matter which one I tapped, but I tapped the one with Hawkeye's Bow, and it still did damage to me. And I was like, oh, whoops.
So this is the one that's kind of running around in Pauper.
I bet.
It combos with a card called Seeker of Skybreak.
Oh, yeah.
From like Tempest. 1 in a green, 2/1 that has untap target creature. So you put the bow on it, and then you go. Yeah.
Well, is this the one that I know there was something with Seeker of Skybreak? Was it this bow? There was something that people were like, you have to, because there's a big Pauper tournament coming up, and some people were like, you've got to ban the bow before then.
Yes, this is the thing they're referring to.
Okay.
This card is like Boomer Devoted Druid. Maybe Devoted Druid is Boomer Devoted Druid actually at this point, but this is like
This is it's Tempest, right?
yeah. This is
old
the
card.
World War I Devoted Druid.
Amazing.
Playing out a wax cylinder.
Yeah. Pre-Geneva Convention.
Next up, we've got a good old dependable Quinjet. 3 mana for a 3/3 vehicle with flying. Tap to add 1 mana of any color. Crew for 4.
I think this card should be good, but I've never enjoyed playing it or casting it or using it.
It's a manolith that you're rarely, frankly, going to make into a thing. Because Crew 4 is honestly asking a lot.
It's too much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
I've
much
seen
do
it.
you want a Manolith?
I've seen it in like the 5-color hero soup, or like I'm mono white,
Right.
but it's just no, you're not. You're every like hero / rare kind of drafted. But also every time I've seen this card cast in that deck and outside of it, I go, oh, good, it's dependable Quinjet,
Yeah.
which is my opponent paid 3 mana to do nothing.
Yeah.
Correct.
You're right. If this is my opponent's 3-drop play, I'm like, oh, good.
Oh, thank God.
Because usually I've had to mulligan and I'm behind. I've had some success, but I've had a tough time with this format so far. All right, we're into the uncommons. Atuma, Jamaica. Atuma, Atlantean Warlord.
Shark warning.
2 white for a 3/4 Merfolk Warrior villain. Other Merfolk you control get +1/+1. Whenever one or more Merfolk you control attack a player, draw a card.
This card exists.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
If you go, there's like a 3 mana 3/2 Vigilance in blue When you draw your second card a turn.
The crab?
I had Scryfold open it. I think it's
I've
a
never even
merfolk,
seen
right?
this card. Yeah, James got pulled up. Atlantean Cavalry. Oh, it does go with a Tuma.
Oh,
Yeah, so this is like the one Tuma punch.
Part of our heritage.
Up the ante, up the ante.
Good night, everybody. I thought this was a crab. It's right. It's just riding a crab. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't think there was that many. I know there's
There's not.
there's a Namor, but like that's it, right?
I think there are 3 merfolk.
Three
in the
merfolk.
set.
So like this card's Atuma's not for limited then.
No.
That's fine. Not every card has to be.
It does draw a card on attack. There are cards that care about drawing multiple cards. There are cards that care about like
It's a villain.
yeah.
Like if I'm playing a blue-black villain deck, I'm going to throw this in here. Probably because it's a 3/4 for 4 that is going to get blocked, but it's going to draw me a card. It's going to trigger my synergy.
Yeah.
It's not
the worst thing
pick
in
it
the
up
world.
late, probably.
Yeah. Survives lightning strike.
Yeah, it's not. I don't know. I'm not like, oh, Atuma, get in here, second pick. I'm like, oh, hey, we're getting down to like pick 6 or 7. There's not that much good stuff in the pack. I'll take that.
Yeah, I could see it being a card where they're, you're not including this and being like, this will help limited, right? This is like a commander / standard plant, right? Because merfolk from Lorwyn Eclipsed and whatnot, and people like to build typal decks. But also, if I'm like blue-black villains and I've like picked like a Taskmaster, like one of the clone kind of guys, and I'm like, oh, hey, if I have 2 of these in play, I'm drawing like 3 cards a turn.
Well, that's legendary.
I think, but the clones, every
the
clone
clone's
is
not
like, it's a
legendary.
clone, but it's not legendary.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like I could see a world where you pick that up on the wheel because nobody else wants a Tuma.
Yeah. Jamaica.
Ooh, I want to take you.
Aruba.
To
No one
Vision.
wants a Tuma.
Viv Vision is next. Teen Synthezoid. It's a 3-mana 3/2 robot hero with flying. Cybernetic Senses says whenever Viv Vision attacks, draw a card if her power is 4 or greater, and power up for 7 to put 2 counters on Viv Vision.
So far from Windrake.
Yeah.
So
I know.
This set is full of Windrakes with upside. There's a lot.
It's beautiful. We got Windrakes with upside. We got giant growths.
There's there's like the shield deployment drone gives you a 1/1. There's Johnny Storm who also has power up and pings when you have another hero. There's at least one other that I just can't remember offhand. Anyway,
How do you feel about the power up abilities overall? This is a good time to talk about this because this is the first time we've gotten it. I mean, obviously, it's pretty rare to see a limited game go to turn 7, right?
not in this format.
Okay, I don't think I speak from a ton of experience with the format, but like 7's a lot in limited.
7's a lot.
Right. So, I assume most of these are going to be done on the layaway plan of 3. And then if I get to 7 later, I feel like power up is fine. It's expensive.
They're very safe.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's safe. It's good for limited because it does that thing where it's like Viv, for example, a 2/2 flyer for 3. Great. A 4/4 flyer that draws you a card when it attacks for 7. Fine. Right? It's like you draw it early, great. You just play it. Like I draw Johnny Storm on turn 3, great. I'm going to play him.
Yep.
If I draw Johnny Storm on turn 7 and I have nothing better to do with the rest of my mana, cool. Then I get a 5/5 Johnny Storm.
I just think that like normally, sorry for cutting you off, Wheeler. I think that with Magic design where it's at, normally you would get a 4/4 for 5 that draws you a card on attacks compared to some of these other things.
Yeah.
I just got a 3/4 for 4 that draws me a card on attacks.
Yeah, in some cases, and I think this is a good example, the powered up version is below rate. But I guess it allows you to do that thing, I suppose.
I think this card is like kind of a great example of what power up is hoping to achieve because it gives you like the flat just I've drawn my 7th land and I feel bad because I'm drawing nothing but lands. I'm going to power this up, use all my mana, and that means more damage and I get to draw a card, so hopefully I can draw something that isn't a land. So just the like, I'm drawing nothing but lands, now I get to use my mana for something, eliminates a feel bad. It also just gives you something to, like, it makes this card a modal card without providing a whole second like face, basically, where it's either a 3-mana card, a 7-mana card, or a 3-mana card that you then play another 4 mana into or well,
Another.
you pay another 7 mana into, so it's like a 10 mana card. And so that sounds like a lot of mana. It is.
It is.
But like it's broken up over turns, so there are more decision points for it, which is interesting. And the way that this one works also just says like, hey, what if you make her power greater or 4 or greater without powering her up? What if you just cast a giant growth or put an equipment on her?
Or any of the white things that do tokens. I just think that for some of these cards, if you're in a feels bad situation, there's no way you're living to 7 mana to power this up. Or it doesn't attack.
Yeah.
It blocks. Possibly it just chumps. Maybe it trades for a Wiccan if you're lucky. Right? But neither of them are interested. I can get into the Vorthos reasons later. But the point being...
Yeah, every hero in this is like every hero in this that has been designed past 2010 is gay, right? That's been my understanding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's pretty great.
I do like from design angle. I do like that power up is you reduce the power up cost by the mana cost if it entered this turn, not if you cast it. So if it gets blinked or if you're getting it back from being stolen or removed in some way, then you can pay the reduced cost. So like if your opponent webs up Viv, for example, and then you destroy the web up, comes back in, it's only 4 mana that turn.
That's true. Actually, I saw you absolutely goozle somebody because they did that to you.
Yeah, they used Secret Invasion on my Pet Avengers, and then I destroyed the Secret Invasion somehow, and then Pet Avengers came back, and it was really cheap to level up, and Pet Avengers is wild because it becomes like a 5/5 and makes you a 3/2. But there's also another card, sorry, James, I don't remember which one this is, but there is a card that reduces power-up costs by 3 colorless, which is like most of it. So in the case of Pet Avengers, you just play the Pet Avengers and free power-up because the power-up is only 3 extra.
Do you know what color it is?
I don't. I do not have any recollection of what this card was. While we're figuring that out, I'll move on to the next card in our pack here, which is Mockingbird, Ace Agent.
She's the one with double strike, right?
She is, yeah. 3 and a white, 2/2 double strike. Whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature you control, put a +1/+1 counter on Mockingbird. So this is there is a like target your own creatures theme in white. But that means you have to run a bunch of cards that you may not necessarily want to run otherwise. But luckily, there's enough that Mockingbird is still really good.
I find the spells that you want to cast targeting your own creatures are really good. Like, good to the extent where like you want to play this and then hold 1 mana up so that you could have your giant growth or your
like giant growth is good. There's the I think it's just called Pim Particles. That's the single blue.
That card's pretty good.
Single blue mana makes the creature unblockable, draws you a card. There's the Panther Pounce that's single white, and the creature gets flying and untaps, and you investigate,
and +1/+0, and a player investigate.
Yeah, which is odd.
That's so much.
But I also like if I'm looking to cut cards, like Panther Pounce does a lot, but also doesn't seem like a huge I don't know. I'm not going to run it unless I have several cards that care about me targeting my own creatures. I don't think.
Yeah, you need to like kind of commit. That has been my favorite deck in this format so far.
Okay.
It's just like the cheap prowessy kind of cards, or the cards that you want to target with your giant growths and your go nuts and your blazing crescendos. And
I've mostly been doing sealed because I've drafted a couple times, and both times it's been like, hell yeah, I was in my lane. I followed I did the draft really well. I put together a deck that's like really, really cool and interesting, and then I just get absolutely dismantled in 3 games, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, F me, I guess, right? Just like this is so we talked about Final Fantasy. I should say, broad strokes, I think individually and for constructed formats, this set has a lot of really cool and interesting designs and powerful cards. I am not sure how I feel about it for limited, because even though I enjoyed Final Fantasy, it does a lot of the same things that Final Fantasy does, where there are so many creatures that have to be legendary because they're putting in the legendary creatures, and the legendary creatures are all really complicated and powerful and do a lot of really interesting stuff. And so there's also a lot of removal. And I have just been unlucky enough to be in the situations where I go like, okay, I cast the spell. Oh, okay, well, they killed it. That's fine. And then I'm going to play this spell. Well, then they had an answer there. Okay, well, that's okay because I can rebuild with this card. Well, okay, there it goes again. All right, well, it's turn 5 now, so time for, drum roll, please. My 5. And they got it. Okay, and I feel like, I'm just like, well, why can't I be killing your stuff? I also drafted lots of removal.
Yeah.
Why is again? That's Magic the Gathering, but it has been one of those sort of demoralizing formats for me
love
so
Final
far.
Fantasy for the same reason. I want everyone to play bad creatures and be forced to do weird stuff. Right?
Yeah.
I want to screw around. I want to be the halcyon days of Kamigawa Neon Dynasty draft where you draft like 18 blue artifacts and spend 5 minutes on every turn. And then eventually you'd build some sort of super engine. That was fun.
You've been doing some arena drafting, Wheeler. How have you been finding the format?
I've got about 10 drafts under my belt. I have enjoyed it enough to stream it 3 times,
Okay.
which is
that's a lot.
reasonable sign.
That's a high praise from you.
Yeah. I'm enjoying it. I'm doing reasonably. Like I'm chaining more than not.
I'm doing reasonably. I'm getting like 4 wins in sealed,
Yeah.
5 wins in sealed. I've gotten 7 wins, but I've also gotten 0-3 a couple times.
I should mention I don't draft a lot on Arena or just like a ton of I do like a couple of drafts. Like I try to be in the Friday Night Paper Fight we do for a new draft, or I'll do some stuff, but I tend to draft more cube and whatnot. And so like my Arena account always starts the new season at like bronze or whatever. And like I'm only like plaid and fighting diamond players now, so take everything that I say about the format with like a grain of salt, that I'm not necessarily coming at this from the perspective of people fighting like the real sickos, right. To that end, and I got pointed out to me that maybe this is just how every draft is. I had this realization like, oh, you can't play a 5-drop unless it's a bomb. Like, I think that this format, you are better off if you are doing the little tinkering, kind of squirrely, kind of like, got your giant growths, your go nuts, your cheap little interactive spells, your activated abilities, your gotcha cards.
You got to sort of sneak under your opponent by playing a bunch of cards that they're like, well, that's not worth killing.
Right.
And then suddenly they realize they're at 6.
Yeah, exactly. Or they're like, I'll just attack. What are they going to do? Block? And you're like, haha, block. And they'll give my thing death touch. And they're like, I don't want to use a removal spell on that. And then you realize that even if you did, they had like a Patriot or they have an onboard trick or something. So you either have to do the little, I call them the take up the shield decks, because that card's in this set. I think it's one of the best commons. It's
Really
like
good.
so insane, proactive and defensively, of course. Or you need to be like, the take up the shield is a 2-mana white instant. You put a 1/1 counter on a creature, it gains lifelink and indestructible. A reprint from Dominaria United, I want to say.
It is.
But like, there are so many cards in this set that care about counters and targeting your own creatures and prowess and indestructible and lifelink and fighting. Like, it just, this card, every time I see it, I go, please let me get a second one. Please let me get a second one.
So this is a take first kind of situation for you if you see it.
I
mean, like, there's obviously no bomb in the pack.
If I open a pack and I have to first pick take up the shield, I'm not the happiest in the world, but I'm like, I feel like if I get a deck where I can play that card and maybe another copy of it, I'm going to be able to chain. Right?
Okay.
So you're either doing that or you get to play your bombs, and are the bombs balmy. Yeah. Holy smokes.
Preposterous.
Civil War, that stupid Galactus saga. Like, the Civil War one, the Boros one is insane. And a great combo with some other cards in those colors that return enchantments from your graveyard to hand, like Night Nurse or the White Widow. I don't know her name because they're all the same.
Yeah.
and the woman in really tight spandex
I didn't see those movies.
in white.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's White Widow something or other, and when she enters, she's a 2/3, and for 4, and when she enters either free agent, either you put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 creatures,
Pretty good.
or return an artifact or enchantment from your graveyard to your hand.
So it's Gavany Silversmith, which was a great card in that limited environment, except it can also just rebuy your blown up web up or your saga that has bit the dust.
I'm glad you mentioned Night Nurse. I wanted to share this one. I know because it's in the art. I did have a lore accurate moment where my opponent killed my Daredevil, and then at the end of turn I flashed in Night Nurse to get Daredevil back from the graveyard, and then killed them because Daredevil has haste. That's Daredevil in the Night Nurse art there.
I will say, we talked a little bit about artwork. There's a lot of eye contact in the artwork here.
There is, yeah.
Because it's like this classic superhero pose of like looking out of frame and like being heroic and stuff like that. But there's a lot of obviously because we are capturing the look of a superhero. It's weird. I feel like normally there's more action on Magic cards in the art.
I love this artwork.
This artwork is great. Yeah. It's beautiful.
Also, worth noting, we talked about the Murdoch's Crusade, and James censored me on that one. Same artist, Gal Orr.
Yeah.
They do great work. And this one's great because I feel like, again, I know very little about this character, but as far as I know, she's like a medic for heroes, right?
Yeah.
And so it's almost like she's judging me of like,
I'm not supposed to be here.
Yeah. I'm not supposed to see this.
Yeah,
that's a part of her thing.
Over.
Or like, I'm the reason that my hero died or was put in a position where it will die. And she's judging me.
Yeah.
She's not going to say anything right now because somebody's, very hurt or whatever. There's more important things, but I'm getting judged. I'm like, okay, my bad.
I do want to say also, Night Nurse, so 2/1 flash lifelink, when she enters, choose her permanent card in your graveyard that was put there from anywhere this turn, return it to your hand. From anywhere, so you can get back the basic land cyclers if you discard them if something gets milled or whatever. Also permanents. In that same sealed where I had Daredevil, I also had Super Soldier Serum. And there was an instance where they killed one of my creatures with Super Soldier Serum, and I flashed in Night Nurse, and I realized, oh wait, it's actually better for me to get back my Super Soldier Serum than the creature that was killed. And then I put it on Night Nurse. Juice up the nurse.
One of my favorite interactions I've had with her is using Red Guardian Super Soldier.
Oh, yeah.
Who's like a 3-mana 2/2 flash in white. When Red Guardian enters, you destroy a creature an opponent controls that dealt damage this turn. It doesn't have to be to you. Could be some other way, including like fight spells or the like Hulk smash kind of cards. And so the play pattern of like you Red Guardian to blow up their thing. Now you just have this 2/2 lying around. Later on, you block with your Red Guardian. It dies. You Night Nurse it back, and you get to kill off whatever killed it.
Oh, that's good.
That's kind of sick.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, So I guess to answer the question is there's a lot going on that I think there's a lot of feel bads that can pop up.
Yeah.
But also it feels like a pretty reasonable 7 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10 draft environment. Maybe it's because I grew up on absolute dog water draft environments. Right. Of like when you got a good one, like you don't know how good it was. People are nostalgic for like IPA, and that was not. I mean, it was okay, but like Invasion Plane Shift Apocalypse. Yeah. It's got some charm to it.
A strong hoppy profile.
But like, yeah, the bombs are really bomby. I think if you're not doing bomb stuff, you have to get a little fiddly. But both are kind of satisfying. It just sucks because there are a lot of spots where it's like rock, paper, scissors. Okay, I'll be the nail this time. You're the hammer. Like bonk me over the head. I'll take my L. And then hopefully I get to be the hammer next time.
Yeah.
But there is a lot of room for skill expression. I will say that.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll
give it a few more tries.
Yeah. Definitely just had a lot of awkward draws.
The feel bads are really big feel bads.
I will say perhaps some of my lukewarm feelings on the set are premeditated by the fact that on early access day, due to a combination, I'm going to say, of my own skill issues of not knowing the cards and like making some play errors, but also having what I'm going to describe as
a generationally bad run.
Yeah, as a series of bad draws. of like, I have so many answers in my deck. I just need to not draw a 6th land in a row kind of situation. I lost 11 games of Magic in a row. And I was really close a couple times. Once I said, oh my God, am I finally going to win a game? And then my opponent snapped removal out of nowhere. And I was like, oh my God.
That's some impressive fortitude to lose that many games in a row and then
you've
said positive things. Yeah, and on stream.
Yeah, nobody in chat said I was salty. Well, they said I was justifiable.
Yeah, that's understandable.
You left after we traded out.
Yeah.
Then I picked up the deck that you'd built.
Yeah.
And immediately won my first game. And chat was like, Kathleen's going to be so annoying.
No, you know what, though? But my decks were good.
Yeah, the deck was good.
I put together a good deck. I still couldn't win with it.
Sometimes it's the curse. And you just kind of got to go like, isn't this funny? I'm just never going to win a game today.
Yeah, I don't actually care if I'm running hot in Magic or not. That's the secret to my Zen, I
Smart.
think.
We will finish this pack, I promise.
Yeah.
Next is Reptile Dinomorpher, which I was sure was a different show, but whatever. Single green mana for a 1/2, and you can either Brontosaurus, which is for 3 mana, turn Reptile into a 3/5 with Vigilance and Reach. I have seen people forget that they have mana up and that they have a creature that can just gain reach. To be fair, I also forgot, which is why I attacked with my Kree Commandos, but they forgot to activate Reptile. And simply eat them.
Yeah, that's been happening a lot.
Yeah. Or for 6 mana, they can turn it into a Colossal Dreadmaw.
I had this card at the PPR and I liked it.
Yeah.
Thought it was good.
It's a fun little guy.
1/2 for 1.
Yeah. We have a foil She-Hulk Jade Defender. All the She-Hulks are pretty messed up. This one's also...
The She-Hulk's really good.
This one's good, yeah.
Yep.
3 and a green for a 4/4. Love a good square creature. This one's got reach and trample. I would play that every draft easily.
Yeah.
Only a single green pip, 4 mana, 4/4 reach trample. Deal.
Nice.
Also has power up. For 4 green, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment and get 1 additional counter.
Damn.
I see. I think that's a fair power up price. I think that some of them are a little overcosted, but I love a 5/5 destroy artifact enchantment for 6.
6 mana 5/5 reach, trample, blow up your saga, your web sling.
That's a fair card. But I look at Viv and I'm like, it's fine.
Oh, Windrakes, let them into your heart.
I want to cast a 4/4. I want to cast a big square
Inside
lady.
every limited drafter, there are 2 wolves. One wants a 5/5 with a bajillion words. The other wants to go, haha, take 2.
We got a Fisk Tower. There's a whole new cycle of tapped gain lands, and you can indeed go into 5 color if you so desire.
I know the life gain is relevant subtype, but God, I miss the Strixhaven lands.
The lands that did something?
Yeah, lands that did something. Yeah. And I now look at these and I'm like, what do you mean it just comes in tapped and only gains me a life? I can't use it like later to like scry or like surveil or something like that. I really, really liked the lands that do that so much better now.
Though, before we get to our rare, I do want to talk about the Surveillance Room.
Oh, yeah.
Untapped surveil land. Granted, it only taps for colorless, but it also filters. It's an Unknown Shores.
Conduit Pylons from OTJ.
Yeah. When it enters untapped and you surveil one.
It's Conduit Pylons from OTJ, except you don't have to play OTJ Limited.
Wait, did Conduit Pylons enter untapped and surveil?
Yeah.
Is this a functional reprint?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Huh. I guess I just sort of selectively forgot.
Pauper players are screaming at you right now. But
okay.
it's okay.
Hey, they get to run 8 of them now.
And they might.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. The surveillance
this is a
room.
desert, literally unplayable. I'm kidding. I quite, especially in sealed, I quite like surveillance.
Yeah.
Room. I think it's good. Finally, in this pack at least, our rare Electra, Daughter of the Hand. Two black for a 3/3 human ninja villain with sneak for 1 black, which is you can cast it for that cost if you also return an unblocked attacker you control to hand during the declare blocker step. She enters tapped and attacking. So this is the only card with sneak. We're bringing that back from the Ninja Turtle set. Sometimes rares get out of set abilities, and that's cool. When Electra enters, destroy target creature and opponent controls with power 3 or less. Pretty cool.
She's not bad.
Not bad.
She's fun.
I mean, she
I
blows
like-
up a thing.
I like this art. It's a little bit more motion-y, although she's still doing a very comic book pose, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the other Electra art is like insane.
I haven't seen it.
It's,
Is it the same card in just a different version?
No,
Or
it's the
there's
mono red
another Electra?
uncommon Electra.
Is that from the? Is that in the set or is it from the extended?
Oh, maybe
stuff?
it's not from the set. I
Maybe
say
from-
this and haven't actually seen it in a
With
draft.
the combination of like Jumpstart, main set,
there's so
Commander,
many.
there's so many cards.
Yeah, it's the extended stuff.
The Femme Fatale. There's just a lot going on. This card's pretty good too, but for Jumpstart.
It's 3 and a red for a 3/2. When Electra enters, you can have her deal 2 damage to you, and if she does, she deals 4 damage to target creature. Oh, it's what, Char?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
It's from Commander.
okay.
Well, it's from the Jumpstart product, James.
I don't know. It says Commander on Strifefall.
Yeah, unfortunately, they made the decision that there are only 2 sets, main and everything else.
and it's bad.
It's
It's just needlessly confusing.
I just think you only need 3. Like, I mean, just make Jumpstart its own set.
Can I say also a big props to Arena specifically for this. They did the thing which they've done before with like Yargle Day or whatever, where they add like time limited achievements, and they added a bunch for this set, and you get cards for doing them.
Play
And-
sets of them.
Yeah, which I love. So you get play sets of either like 5 commons from the Jumpstart or like a play set of one of the mythics or something. And I just love being able to earn actual stuff by playing the game, and then people don't have. I mean, I don't use them because I don't play constructed on Arena, but I like that. Then people don't have to use their wild cards to, because otherwise that'd be the only way to get them. So I do like that, and it's fun to be able to earn cards just by playing the game.
If you're a sicko that plays Brawl, it's kind of a nice, like, you get to draft to get these
Yeah.
cards that you need for Brawl. I found out there was artwork there's a Scarlet Witch artwork that was that I didn't know about because there's a bajillion sets or whatever. It's like it's a 3-mana 2/3 menace. That's it. But it's a Scarlet Witch with artwork by Scott Fisher.
Whoa.
So it's like a character that Angel
Damn.
likes quite a bit by an artist that Angel likes quite a bit. And so I truly would not have known this card existed because it's just really bad. But it's got an iconic character with like one of the greatest magic artists of all time.
And some good Scarlet Witch flavor text that kind of explains her powers.
Reality is not solid or immutable. It is but a slightly stable raft tossing upon a sea of chaos. Oh, not unlike the security guard.
But this card sucks.
Yeah, it stinks. It's a 2/3 menace. But
Why is that Scarlet Witch? Oh, well.
tutorial product.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the Raft Security Guard, also another high pick in draft. It's just 1 and a white for 1/3. The first time I saw this, I had to read it like 3 times to parse exactly how it was worded. But no, you can tap anything. 2 mana, tap anything. It's cheaper if they small.
Yeah.
That's it.
It took until today before I realized it has to be power 3 or less, not mana value 3 or less. And I had like gotten 7 wins with this card in my deck multiple times at this point where I'm like, oh yeah, I'll tap it. It's this, yada, yada. It doesn't matter.
This card is really good, though. I do have to say, blocks well, taps down a big guy later.
Yep. 1/3 is genuinely like,
A really nice stat line here.
yeah.
In fact, I believe we've talked fondly of multiple 1/3s, and we're just like, oh, hey, we should talk about this card, and it's got a 1/3.
Shout out to 1/3s. 1/3s and 2/4s. Woo!
Oh, 2/4. Wait, there's a 2/4 in this set that says it's another for the cheap white deck, and it says whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gets +1/+1, but it doesn't have Exalted, but it basically says Exalted.
Yeah. Tax as a 3/5? Holy smokes.
But also, it's a 2/4.
Yeah.
It blocks so well.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's actually
this card's great.
That's the thing. There's a lot of individual cards that I'm like, this card rules. Photon Barrage Blast, love that. Wrecking Crew, great.
Yeah, I put them
But-
together into a deck, though. 0-7.
Yeah. So like, I've not had amazing results overall. I've had fine results.
Well, Wheeler's
but
had
I'm
good
gonna,
results. We should ask you,
I think it just means I need to get better at Magic the Gathering.
I mean, this is draft is tough because, like, especially with the kind of trends of modern card design, is like realistically, you need to look at it over the like course of like 50 drafts.
Yeah.
To realize like actually these were pretty good, and this is what worked, this is what didn't work. Which is an insane amount of drafting. And we don't have a lot of time to do that. You used to be able to do that because you had so
months
many
before sets
months
came
before
out.
sets came
I
out.
did appreciate being able to like settle down into a draft
But
format.
I mean, I guess that can go the other way too, where like if you just genuinely aren't vibing with it, it's like that's okay, man. The new set's coming out next
Hobbit's
month.
coming out in
Yeah,
August. Or
want to go to the Shire,
Marvel
my guy?
Superheroes is in the horizon or in the behind us.
Whatever prof says.
We look, whatever the joke is. Well, how are you liking superheroes so far? It is okay if you're not, but if you are, tell us what you like about it.
Yeah, tell Wheeler your best lore information in the comments, which he'll definitely read all of them, right?
5 words or less. It's been my favorite phrase for this set.
Oh, for lore, yeah.
Yeah.
Give Wheeler your best 5 words or less.
I'll allow two things. Go yes, Kang, or no, Kang, and then 5 words or less.
So it's technically 7.
Yeah, and that's only because I love our community so much.
You're very magnanimous.
That's yes.
So that's going to do it for this episode of Tap Tap Concede with our initial impressions of Marvel superheroes. Until we talk to you again, I want to remind you that cardkingdom.com/LRR is the place to go if you want to get some of these very powerful cards for your Pauper deck.
Yeah.
Unless Hawkeye's bow gets banned.
We don't know.
Dragon Shield, use the code LRRMTG5 to get yourself 5% discount of anything in their store. Or you can also buy stuff on our store. That discount doesn't work on our store, but we have cool stuff there too. We put, if you're a fan of Friday Nights, we got Jobby the Jublin shirts. Let's go. And of course, the show and everything we do is brought to you by you and your kind support of our Patreon and becoming a member of this YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Until next time, I've been Graham, joined by Kathleen.
Bye-bye.
And Wheeler.
Up to infinity and beyond.
James has been on tech. Heather gets these online. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll talk to you next time. Bye, everybody.